We've got a 400 cubic foot per minute air compressor here. We're going to take the compressed air, we're going to run it through this line. Comes right over here to this aftercooler. It's basically a radiator with a fan behind it. Cools the air which comes from the air compressor. Then we reduce the hose size down. Hose goes over to the main body of the blaster. And on the other side, what will happen is another hose is hooked up with a controller and a gun. The dry ice will drop into the airstream and be shot out at whatever object you're trying to clean up. This is the hopper for the dry ice. Dry ice gets filled inside of here. There's a rotor, and the rotor actually turns. The dry ice drops into the rotor pores, and it gets injected into the airstream. We select what type of nozzle you're going to use with the gun. Basically, this is the end. This is the business end of it. So we have different types of nozzles, just for direct impact, large area, surface area. Gets scaled down as you go further down. And then we have pieces that can actually cut the ice. So it'll actually take the CO2, and depending on what setting you use, you will actually take the ice and cut it into smaller, finer pieces. And that's where you're going to use for detail work, for restoration work. You're going to use that on architectural metals, architectural wood products, and so on. There's a pan, condensate pan, some screens over the years, various forms of mud and gunk and debris on them. A charred piece of wood for our fire restoration, some of which is just a light charring that occurs quite a bit from smoke damage, and to blast that off of there and make it back to a clean piece of wood. Here we have stainless steel shelving unit from a fire inside of a research facility. Extremely charred. We can get this clean to a level clean enough to take back for passivation, so that it will still have a resistance to rust, corrosion, and so on. We would blast the entire surface, probably go over it with a round buffing wheel just to clean it up. But basically it's taking it back to its original stainless. Dry ice leaves no residue. The only residue you're going to have left is going to be the residue from the actual blasting process, whatever comes off of the substrate you're blasting. ARC is an experienced dry ice blasting company. ARC has all of its own equipment. We're just obviously the better choice.